Hi, I'm from the Monte Vista Robotics team, and I'm here to teach you how to build your robot car and explain why it works. Before we start anything though, make sure you have these materials. One DC motor, two AA batteries, one fan, one battery holder and switch, four wheels, one plastic 1 liter bottle, a pair of sharp scissors, a pair of wires, and finally some tape. Alright, now that we have all our materials, let's get started. First, we're going to start off by cutting a hole in the top of our bottle. Using this hole, we will place all our components inside the bottle. This can be tricky, so make sure to be careful while using scissors or a box cutter. Next, we're going to use the red wire from our battery holder and connect it to our switch. To do this, lead the red wire into one of the metal prongs extending away from the switch. Carefully lead the wire through and twist it around the hole, ensuring a secure fit. Now, we're going to use another free red wire. Before using it, make sure to strip away the rubber insulator before wrapping it around the second metal prong extending away from the switch. Next, using the DC motor and the black wire from the battery holder, lead the black wire through the holes in the bottom of the DC motor, again ensuring a secure connection. Now, using the free red wire from the previous step, loop this through the holes in the bottom of the DC motor as well. Once you've completed this step, you have a working circuit. The next step is placing all the components inside the bottle through the hole you cut out in the first step. First, place the motor in the mouth of the bottle and secure it in place with tape, ensuring that the metal tip of the commutator extends out of the bottle. Next, using scissors or a box cutter, cut out a smaller hole in the top of your bottle for the switch. Feed your switch through this hole so that it allows for easy accessibility. While taping down the motor, also make sure to tape down your battery holder. Next, it's time to install the fan. Using the hole in the back of the fan, fit it onto the commutator of the DC motor, ensuring a secure fit. Now, using your two AA batteries, insert them into the battery holder and flip the switch. Hopefully, your robot car should come to life. Next, we need to mount the wheels onto the robot car. To do this, cut 4 holes on the bottom of the car approximately 1.5 to 2 inches apart, 2 in the front and 2 in the back. These holes will act as supports to feed our axle through to connect our wheels. Now feed the axles through the holes and fit your wheels onto the axles. Repeat this step for the front and the back of the car. Once you've completed this step, you have successfully built your robot car. Now that we have our robot car, how does it work? When we turn on the battery, a chemical reaction takes place that allows electricity to run through the wires and into the DC motor. The motor then spins and pushes the car forward. But how does the fan turning push the car forwards? So when the fan spins, it pushes air backwards, but according to Newton's third law of motion, for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. That backward airflow creates a forward force that moves the car. This force is called thrust. It's the same principle that airplanes and rockets use to move. And just like that, we've built a sustainable fan-powered car using recycled materials.